Hi, everybody. Welcome to Spa Babies, presented by Stonestreet. I'm Dan Illman along with Nicole Russo, and let's put up the field for our Travers Day Spa Baby race. It's the 7th on Travers Saturday at the spa, and we have an overflow field of 2-year-olds going 3/4 of a mile on the dirt. Stonestreet's going to be well represented on Travers Day, Nicole. Their Prince of Monaco, who they bred and raced in partnership, he's going to be one of the ones in the Grade 1 8 Challenge Jerkins.
Yeah, and the Allen Jerkins, one of the outstanding races on Travers Stakes Saturday at Saratoga. But, one of the things that makes the Travers so fun is the undercard, like the Jerkins, and is the undercard with these terrific maiden special weight and allowance races. And we have seen such good horses come out of the Travers Day dirt maidens over the years. I always go back to champion Uncle Mo with that breathtaking debut on the Travers undercard. Good Magic ran second on debut for Stonestreet and for E5 Racing on Travers Day before going on to be a 2-year-old champion. 2 years ago, it was Verifying winning on Travers Day in our Spa Babies maiden, who went on to be a graded stakes winner at 3. Last year, it was Just FYI, who I believe you tabbed on top, Dan, and she went on to be the 2-year-old filly champion. So really, these Travers Day maiden races, we've seen a lot of outstanding horses come on through.
11 horses in race number 7 at Saratoga. The 11 ripped are also eligible. A little bit of everything in this race. You've got some experienced runners, and of course, you've got beautiful pedigrees from top barns. Let's kick things off with the number 1, Freaky. This is a son of Into Mischief, sold for $850,000 as a yearling. The dam was a multiple stakes winner on dirt. She's a half sister to Selflessly, who is a juvenile grade 2 stakes winner, going a little longer on the turf. She should be well prepared. He should be well prepared, should Freaky. 5 furlong breezes for Todd Pletcher and Johnny V.
Yeah, going to have to work out a trip from this rail spot in what is always a tough field, but you've certainly got the right connections to do it. I like the foundation underneath this horse. We'll talk a little bit about that. I think when you get into a tough spot like this, if you don't have a prior start, you need the foundation in your works. And Into Mischief, we'll see him a couple times in this field. 5-time reigning leading sire, 2-year-olds through his career like Champion, Wonder Wheel, and Grade 1 winners Practical Joke, and Timberlake, who we'll see later on this card in the Jerkins, that terrific edition of that race.
The number 2 is Rookie Card, and as always, we urge you to check out our colleague Mike Welsh's Clocker reports up at Saratoga, because it appears the number 2, Rookie Card, a son of Adios Charlie, breezed back on August the 8th with Doorknock. Of course, the Belmont and Haskell winner, who's going to run in the Travers later on in the afternoon. Rookie Card worked briskly back at OBS in June, a 1/4 mile in 21 seconds flat. The dam won on a wet track at 2, going a little longer. She's a half to Swift Temper, a Grade 1 stakes winning router.
Yeah, and Adios Charlie, an underrated, useful sire by Sire of Sires, Indian Charlie, who Indian Charlie is the sire of Uncle Mo and others. Dylan Davis, Saratoga Springs High School graduate, having a career meet at his home track, a top 5 rider this summer with a Grade 1 win and a couple of graded wins with leading 2-year-old the Queen's MG this meet. Danny Gargan, you mentioned, of course, that he'll have Doorknock later on. Danny Gargan does well with his first-time starters, including Doorknock, who debuted with a strong runner-up effort last July at Saratoga. The winner of that maiden, none other than eventual Preakness Stakes winner Seize the Gray.
And here's the formulator fact for Danny Gargan and Rookie Card. At Saratoga over the past 3 years, with 2-year-old first-time starters in maiden special weight dirt sprints like this one, 3 for 11, a $2.82 return on investment. The 3 is Tip Top Thomas. Irad Ortiz takes the mount for trainer Todd Pletcher. This is a son of Volatile, who's gotten off to a pretty good start at stud. 4 for 22 with first-time starters. Tip Top Thomas is a half-brother to Gray Attempt, a multiple stakes winner on the dirt. And Dua, note the asterisk, that means Dua was a graded stakes winner who was also a juvenile grade 2 stakes placed runner. There is some speed and precocity in this family, and Volatile's going to add some zip as well.
Absolutely. And Tip Top Thomas looks to be coming into his debut in tip top form. consecutive bullet works on a couple of busy work tabs that he wound up on the top of. And it looks like, as you said, he is showing the speed of that sire Volatile, a grade one winning sprinter at Saratoga himself. Volatile from the immediate family of the grade one winner Lady Tack and of juvenile stakes winner Buy Sell Hold, who is now the dam of the recent Saratoga Special winner. Volatile 7 winners overall and is a top 10 freshman right now.
The number 4 is Mizou, a $300,000 son of Munnings, out of a half sister to Kentucky Derby winner Barbaro, also a debut winner, of course. George Weaver trains this one for Manny Franco aboard for the debut, like the recent 5 furlong workout for Mizou. And again, a nice combination, the speed and class of Munnings over a very classy family.
Yeah, and Munning's one of those sires who just seems to do it all. He's got grade one winners around one turn and two, performs well on both dirt and turf. Barbaro, of course, performed well on both dirt and turf himself and was a stakes performer at two. A couple others from the family took a little bit of time, and Bernardini, who of course won that fateful 2006 Preakness, has developed into an outstanding broodmare sire. That's really where he's made his mark on the breed, and we'll see him with a couple in that regard here.
The first of two experienced horses in the race is up next. That's the 5, Shot in the Dark, going out for Jenna Antonucci and Javier Castellano. And it was nice to see this son of Uncle Mo show good speed in his career debut 3 weeks ago at the Spa. It was a wet track. He battled for the lead. He tired. He's got pedigree as they get better. With age and distance, a half to a couple of grade 3 stakes place dirt routers. $70,000 RNA yearling should show speed.
Yeah, and a beautiful distance type pedigree by Uncle Mo, who we've mentioned, Out of a Mirror by Bernardini, who we've mentioned. And this one racing is a homebred for Don Alberto. And it's very interesting to me that Don Alberto bred and sold Arcangelo, who, of course, was last year's Belmont and Travers Stakes winner for Antonucci. Now, Don Alberto sending some homebreds to Antonucci. I feel that Shot in the Dark will be tighter this time off that debut where he showed speed.
Key weighed in is the number 6 for Chad Brown and Flavian Pratt. This is a son of first crop sire Instagram, 2 for 30 with first time starters. This dam has been very productive. She's foaled Heart Rhythm, a multiple stakes place sprinter. She Takes Heart, a stakes place sprinter. And the second dam was a debut winner that also was a multiple stakes winner on the grass. Seems well prepared for Chad.
Yeah, and Chad Brown with Flavian Pratt taking the mound. That has been a lethal combination this summer at Saratoga on occasion. We'll see them together a couple times in big stakes on this Traverse card. What's interesting to me here is that Instagram, a 7-figure 2-year-old himself, a 2-year-old graded winner himself, now standing at TaylorMade Farm for owner Larry Best's OXO Equine. Larry Best, had no shortage of outstanding mares that he bred to Instagram, has no shortage of Instagrams in his string, but he went out and specifically purchased this one as a young horse. So, that says something to me that this was a horse that owner sought out.
Number 7 is Discotech. This is a son of Connect, who sold very well as a yearling, $210,000. The dam won a wet dirt route. She's a half to Sweet Success, a grade 3 stakes place synthetic router, and Sweet Legacy, a stakes place dirt router. There's a lot of distance in this pedigree. I wonder if maybe Discotech will need one.
I'd like to see Discotech going a little longer. I do like that he has some 5 furlong works, but my pause with this one is kind of the shorter work tab compared to some of the other first time starters in this field.
CK Wonder is up next, the number 8, the other experienced runner in the race. And interestingly enough, he and Shot in the Dark involved in a pace battle in the career debut. CK Wonder got the better of that duel, finishing 4th in the race, while Shot in the Dark tired to run 7th. CK Wonder is by the hot first crop sire Vacoma. The dam's a half to a juvenile stakes place sprinter in Melodic. So there's plenty of speed in this pedigree. And this horse earned a very respectable 75 buyer in the debut for Dale Romans.
Yeah, and I think he's got license to take a step forward off that debut when he hit the gate, actually, then showed speed, as you said, and kind of won the battle, lost the war there. Vacoma leads the freshman class by individual winners with 16, including a couple of stakes winners, and some of them are improving in their second start.
Jose Ortiz will take the mount on the 8, CK Wonder. The 9 is Out of Money, Luis Saez's second call in this race. This is a son of Mr. Money. Let's talk a little bit about Mr. Money. He was a solid racehorse. I wonder how precocious they'll be, however.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was a very, very useful racehorse. I think he'll ultimately be a useful sire. He's standing in Louisiana. He's from that red hot golden sense into mischief sire line. But Mr. Money came on at age 3 himself. And I think they'll take a little bit of time to develop as he did. A tough spot for this one.
Superstar Stallion Into Mischief bookends the field from the body of the race standpoint. He has the 1 Freaky, he has the 10 Sovereignty for Bill Mott. This one out of a Bernardini mare Crowned, who has a juvenile debut winner from 2 runners. The Dam's a Have to When the Dawn Breaks, who was a debut winner, and the second Dam Mushka was a good horse on both dirt and turf going long. I believe she won the Demoiselle.
Yeah, and Mushka herself has turned into a good broodmare. A lot of top level runners in this family. Another beautiful, beautiful pedigree from the Godolphin program. As we said, leading sire Into Mischief over yet another Bernardini mare. I think this one will work on a nice trip from the outside in the main body of the field, but I do wonder if he's another one who will appreciate a little more distance.
And if there is a scratch in the race, Ripped the 11 gets in for Wayne Lucas. This will be Saez's first call after finishing 6th in the career debut. We've noted before on Spa Babies that Lucas's second-time starters often take big steps forward. Let's take a look at our top selections for our Travers Day Spa Baby race. You're going with CK Wonder. Experience counts, especially when you've got speed.
Absolutely. And we landed on some of the same horses here, obviously, Dan. And what kind of made the difference for me was that CK Wonder, by that red hot freshman Vekoma, ran well in that debut despite that trouble at the start, showed some gameness, earned that respectable buyer, should be better for that experience from a barn that often improves horses second time out. And speaking of horses that improve second time out, if that also eligible Ripped draws in, I would certainly use him. A pricey yearling by City of Light, sire of juvenile champion Fierceness, who goes in the Travers later, and not only has experience, but is coming out of the maiden, won by the 7-figure 2-year-old and well-regarded Ferocious for Wayne Lucas.
I'm expecting some good things from CK Wonder. I landed on Rookie Card in here. I thought he looked pretty good, breezing with Dornock 2 back. Went head in head with Dornock before Dornock got the better of him on the gallop out. And then the recent Bullet workout, he took care of a workmate from the gate. So I'm expecting some nice things, but we'll see if the experience makes the difference. 8236 for Nicole, 2836 for me. It's our Travers Spa Baby race, and our coverage is presented by Stonestreet.